Good morning, and thank you for tuning into your come up. Today we're gonna have a conversation with Lenny's Tacos and Grill. And he didn't bring no tacos. Actually, you did bring tacos.
I did bring tacos.
If you enjoy the conversation, go ahead and drop us a like, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell notification so you don't miss your come up. Today's episode is sponsored by Yapix Web Design and Graphics. Thank you for coming in today.
Appreciate it, Nate. Thank you.
You're a self-taught chef, right?
Self-taught chef.
And you just recently opened up Lenny's Tacos and Grill. Mm-hmm. Your story is interesting how you did that from the beginning during a pandemic up until now.
Yeah.
Can you share your story from the beginning up until the come up of Lenny's Tacos and Grill?
I mean, I'm a pretty big believer in, everybody has their own destiny.
Yeah.
And it's going to take over, and paths are just going to change, and your plans are going to change, and, things like that happen. So,
that's scripture,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. And, I was involved in an accident, and because of the accident, the injuries that I sustained, my life kind of had to take a U-turn, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so my friends kind of just kept talking to my ear, why don't you sell your food? A lot of people are selling food right now. And from there I spent the last $200 in my checking account to buy the equipment and the meat and all that stuff, and went out on the corner. It took me 5 hours the first time because I was dealing with this little tiny grill.
Do you mind sharing what corner that street with that?
Little Morongo and Pearson and Desert Hot Springs.
Okay. Big empty plot of land.
But it's a perfect corner because people always hit it.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I could do it anywhere, that'd be a great spot.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna have potential people looking at me. I ended up selling out that night, you know what I mean? Because people went and then word of mouth.
What were you selling?
One type of taco, and it's called birria, and it's like a specialty meat.
Okay.
It's not an easy sell, if your birria is not good, people don't buy it.
Right.
So I do tacos, consomme, and a soda. From that first day, my initial sales, I was just happy to sell out, you know what I mean, and get my $200 back.
Right.
From there, it just took off. My customers just grew. I pretty much exploded overnight.
Okay.
And then I just started going bigger and bigger and bigger.
So you did no advertising. You had a rented trailer from U-Haul, right?
That was after I had already gotten started.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was doing it in the back of a truck.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, my mom's truck. So I started in the tailgate, you know what I mean? But it was so windy, I couldn't get the grill hot enough to get the tacos crispy.
Yeah.
So I ended up cooking inside the cab of the truck with
the
back door open.
Okay.
Yeah. I was in it way over my head, you know what I mean? I had to either sink or swim.
All right. So in Desert Hot Springs off of Little Morongo.
And Pearson.
You parked your truck and your tacos and your meat and your ice chest full of Cokes and Sprites or whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Cooked. No advertising, no posts on social media. Cars just driving by.
One of the best advertisements you have is smell. You know what I mean?
They smell sinfully good.
Selling tacos, yeah. Come over here and pull up, yeah. Seriously, for I had maybe 2 customers, and then it was just, it's kind of dude, what the hell am I doing out here? And then, just got to build it up. You can't give up.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't listen to the thoughts in the back of your head. You just got to keep pushing forward. If it works, it works. If it doesn't,
so the first time you set up shop, did your tacos sell out the first time, or was it more no, you had to do it the second time? Then
they did sell out the first time,
okay.
But I was in way over my head. But I had enough meat that was invested.
Right.
It was I got to get rid of this.
Got rid of it?
Yeah.
So the next time, word got around, these tacos are legit.
Yeah.
Then cars are lining up. I mean, you got literally, 20 cars?
20, 30 cars.
20, 30 cars on this plot of land just parked.
Yeah.
Waiting for your tacos.
Yeah.
And then when you sold out,
yeah,
20, 30 cars are still waiting.
Didn't get tacos.
Were they pissed?
It's kind of hard to control that, you know what I mean? Because people come up and once they try the tacos, they don't want just one order. They want multiple. You know what I mean? And that's another thing too, is seeing people react and really want what you have. You know what I mean? It's really touching.
Right.
It truly is, and it truly is humbling. I tell them, if you come in the line, order what you can when you can, and try to get there early. And the people that don't get it, come back next time.
But you were employed at that time, so you're
doing. I'm still employed. Yeah.
Okay, so you're still employed.
Yeah, work full time.
Good for you.
Thank you. Yeah.
So while you're employed on your days off, 2 days a week, you're cooking tacos.
I am, and I'm working graveyards those entire other days that I am. So I get off at 6 in the morning from a full night of graveyard, and then I go home and I immediately start cooking. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't have like an off switch. I literally have to turn my off switch off and go to sleep, like make myself go to bed. It's just because I have my mind racing.
Well, that's how you know you're doing
I always
something
feel
you
like
love.
I could be doing something else, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you're doing something you love. It's like, I don't want to sleep. I'm enjoying this. I mean,
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. But with this, it's like, dude, I just, you know, it's kind of like, I don't know, man. It's just like a rush.
what's funny is this is a classical, it's easier to ask for forgiveness and permission. And then eventually the city caught on to you, right?
Yeah, I did get approached by the city of Desert Hot Springs. No issues with Desert Hot Springs.
Right.
I didn't want to step on anybody's toes. I knew what I was doing.
You didn't have no permits, but that's
I didn't
okay.
have any permits, but I did have, you know, proper, you know, temperature on my meat. I had my food handler's card, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's like I was kind of going a bit rogue. You know what I mean? But
but now you have a proof of concept, though.
yeah, for sure. And
No, I wouldn't recommend it, but at the same time,
I definitely wouldn't recommend it. Yeah. Like always get in touch with your city and do it the correct way. You know what I mean? I'm just thankful that the city came at me and the way that they did and still gave me the opportunity and told me that they were still interested in seeing me go 100% legal and they would love to have me in the community, which was even more of a blessing and it was even more touching actually. So
And they probably didn't find you because you gave them some tacos. Like, hey, just
no, they wouldn't take any tacos. I tried.
okay,
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
about the cops. When the cops came in, like, hey, what are you doing with over here?
So, you know, I was going to school to be a first responder, you know what I mean? So I love first responders, everybody out there, you know what I mean? We appreciate what you do. Thank you very much.
Frontliners, yeah.
Yeah, off subject. First responders do get one free taco added to their meal, or if they just want to come in and get a free taco and a bottle of water, it's on the house. Okay. Except CHP, it's double. You know, they can afford it. Hey, business is business.
Business is business. You know?
If you would have seen my last ticket, they can afford it. You know what I mean?
You made your sales. You saved up from the proceeds, and now you're going in on a food truck, right? Okay.
Yeah. So now I'm going 100% legal. I'll be able to go anywhere within Riverside County.
Okay.
And then on top of that, I do want to do like, you know, other stuff. I just want to see where I could take it. You know, I'd love to travel, you know, so why not hit up fairs?
Right. Oh, yeah. So you could do Lenny's Tacos at Date Festival
100%,
or the LA County Festival or...
I'm talking like Ohio or something like that. And that's another thing about food, man, that I love is you don't have to specifically go to that part of the world just to get a taste or experience what that part of the world is like. You know what I mean? From like the hospitality to the actual flavors that you're getting inside of a dish.
Right.
I've never had these dishes before. I've never had any of these flavors. I've never been exposed to any of this kind of, you know, decor or environment. You know what I mean? I think it's amazing. That's why when it comes to food, I'm always game to try any kind of food at least once. I'm just saying, you know, you don't have to travel, you know, to get that part of the world.
A taste of the world.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I love. I love seeing people that, you know, aren't necessarily Hispanic and have any kind of experience with that type of taco, because it is a specialty taco. You know, before it blew up in LA, the only place you could get birria is at a wedding or a quinceañera. Yeah, so like now it blew up in LA, and you know, I'm fortunate enough to have a recipe for my grandpa. People love it.
Oh, they did. That they did.
Yeah.
And then you're following on social media.
My Facebook blew up. I'm very popular on Facebook. That's what I primarily get in touch with my customers with. Instagram, I'm still trying to build up.
Right.
It's kind of hard to juggle all the social media, cook. Yeah, it's a handful.
No, social media can be another part-time job in addition to your full-time job.
Especially trying to get in contact with everybody, you know what I mean, and stay up and not leave anybody on red.
Right. So, well, when your food truck gets up and running, then you are going to have to do a post on social media. Hey, this is a launch date, you know.
Sure. Yeah.
I know you're adding to your menu too. So at first you just start with tacos, consomme, and and Coke and Sprites or whatnot. Now you're adding what other items you're adding to it?
Well, I'm not gonna really release what I'm adding yet because you know what I mean. It is competition.
Okay.
You know what I mean? When I do release it, it's definitely gonna be trendy. It's definitely gonna be something new, and it's definitely gonna be something that's good. Okay. Yeah.
Self-taught chef. Took what you had left in the bank, started buying the food, equipment, preps, and then cooked it, parked on an empty lot in Desert Hot Springs. No advertising, just out of curiosity. A couple people found it, bought it, got curious, loved it, sold out. Then word of mouth came about. City, hey, you know, we respect what you're doing, but you got to go legit. Which, anyways, the food tastes legit, but you know, laws are laws. Now you're regrouping the profits, and reinvesting, coming back in another couple months, or seems like it's
about a couple months. Yeah.
Okay, and then you're changing your name from Lenny's Tacos to Lenny's Tacos and Grill. You gonna serve any beer with those tacos?
No, I wish I could. I wish I could, because that's one of the best beverages that can go with it. Yeah, besides the Coke.
Always.
Yeah.
Your story is inspiration, man. Any last or final words you want to relay to anyone that feels they want to cook, or just a positive message you want to relay?
Never really give up. You know what I mean? If you think that the route that you're on isn't necessarily for you, don't give up. You know what I mean? Because your life is always going to take you to the place where you destiny leads you to where you need to be. Any dreams that you want to just do, pursue them.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I mean, at the end of my day, I was still employed. You know what I mean? So that last $200 that I had, I would have got it back. I would have been broke that entire week. But I had a full tank of gas. You know what I mean? My expenses were paid and stuff like that. But yeah, just take the shot. If you miss, you miss. You know what I mean? But that rebound's going to come back to where you're going to either do a layup, take another shot, or slam dunk it. Right.
To go back to what you were saying at the beginning with, you know, we're all destined with purpose. When I said it's scripture, it's in Proverbs. I'll put the scripture up there. The scripture is, many plans are in the heart of a man, or many plans are in your mind, or whatnot. But the Lord's purpose always prevails.
That's beautiful. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I'll put it up there.
That's amazing, man.
But dude, thanks again for popping in. Thank you for watching Your Come Up. Tune in next time. Hit the bell notification so you won't miss Your Come Up. And today's episode was sponsored by Yapix Web Design and Graphics.
Come get some tacos.